Wow. It's been how many months? Like, I don't know if I can see myself now. It's been how many months? Like, the last time that I did a diary is when I came here. And that was on, when was it? Mwezi wa kumi, September, October. It was on October. No, wait. It was on September. Or something like that. Or August. I don't remember correct. I don't recall the exact month, but this is it. I'm back again. It is after we are on May, almost at 29th May 2026, and the last time I came on almost August 2025. Now, I don't know how to say, man. The universe has mysterious ways to, you know, the universe just works in mysterious ways. Or should I put it as God works in mysterious ways? Like, there's just a way things interconnect with each other for the well-being of a human being with a purpose. So, people are on long holiday right now. And guess what? That's when my mind tells me to come back to Moi, that I have some work to do. And most of the time, I usually don't argue with that point. When my mind tells me to do something, don't ignore that voice. Ensure that I follow every order to the T, because that is your spirit telling you you're supposed to be in a certain place at a certain time doing a certain thing. You get the point? And now we are here. I came to Moi today, knowing nobody, with no connection. I just came with my my backpack of clothes, right? In fact, I have my bag here. Those are my belongings. So I came here to do something, because I want to build something that is beyond me, something that is going to sustain me for I don't know, for the time that it will support me, because I can't predict what will happen in my life few months from now. But at least for the next 3 months, I know what it will look like. So it was just last week, was it? Last week, I decided. In fact, I have been contemplating for the whole year. I would like to make time for Pre-Buy PC. And remember, Pre-Buy PC is my other company that I created around still the same time in 2025, in probably in July or something, July or June, somewhere there. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention, when I was coming to Moi on August last year, I was visiting my soulmate, because something told me to come here and Moi and do something. Funny enough, so that you can believe me that the universe works in mysterious ways. Her gas, she had no gas, cooking gas. So, cooking gas. And that's when I had been paid. And that's when I had the money. I decided, let me just refill her gas. And I forgot about it, I told her. But in hindsight, I think it's the spirit that was trying to guide me to come and, help somebody. But the point is, the universe works in mysterious ways. And now I am back here. I am back. I am back. And with a purpose. So, now let me come back to whatever I was talking about. So, for the whole of this year, I had been contemplating to give time to, what do you call it? Inaitwaje hii pre-buy PC, so that it can grow into a company where I can now monetize my services. Okay, and also I can explore some other options in there are things that I'm supposed to do, right? Because I have a vision, and remember, I have a purpose. And something that I came to realize the time that I started recording pre-buy PC content, I realized that it sparked a certain thing in me, and I liked doing content about hardware, laptops, computers, and all that stuff. I realized there's something here. And guess what? The universe somehow responded with, the week I did that content when I was starting out, because I had a lot of zeal. I wish I could show those videos, but I think to check them you go to, in fact I started it in Maxify, the first video for pre-buy PC, where I was inviting people to go to pre-buy PC to like it, and then I'll talk about computers and laptops. I had a lot of energy. So pre-buy PC became a thing, and the first videos that I did were very pathetic, but guess what? They somehow pulled an energy of, I don't know, support. That's the time that I got a job, my first job after now quitting school, after the forex thing, which was months earlier, like 4 or 5 months earlier. After I went broke, after I went down completely, that's when things went things now started getting better, when I started doing the content, and I realized, oh shit, there's something here. Whatever content that I'm on, there's something about it that I have no idea about, and I'll give it time to explore so that I can tap into that energy. Because this thing is going to repeat itself. Because anytime that I do content about pre-buy PC and laptops and computers and hardware, somehow I get lucky. Okay, I don't want to say that I get lucky, but I meet my luck on the way. Because the time that I did it was on a Friday or something. I did the last video on Friday. Okay? And on Monday I was told, in fact I was being offered a job at a certain supermarket at home. By there I said I am going to talk about this in the previous video that I posted the other time, the last one. So anytime that I'm doing content, somehow the universe just gives me something to work with. In fact, especially finance, money. It offers me a job so that I can get that money, so that I can do something with it. Now, another scenario that played out another time. I was watching this podcast by, I really don't remember the name. I think it is Mike Check. I don't know if it's Mike Check or, but it is a podcast in Kenya by a Kenyan. So this guy called Kajairo was talking about something, his life, how he managed to, his life. He was talking about his life, how he managed to be a mechanic, self-taught, because he was running a business of bulldozers, these heavy machines, and one broke down. Okay, after it broke down, There was no mechanic that was doing a good job. So he decided to do the job himself. And remember, he has no mechanic background. He didn't study on mechanical systems. This is self-taught. As I was listening to the story, in my mind I'm playing my scenario. Now he talks about the zeal to work 100%. And as he was mentioning about this, he was talking about this, I was contemplating in my head. I was playing a scenario in my head. What if I focus on pre-buy PC as this guy did? This guy will be, luck meets you when you are working, when you are in motion. And guess what? By the way, I was thinking about it. And remember, anytime that you are thinking about something, you sort of radiate some certain frequency to the universe. Because right now, I am emitting some frequency around me that can be felt, that can be measured. Okay? I was wondering if there's someone behind me. So that's the point. You emit energy. And remember, it's hitting very hard because I'm listening to this guy and I want to match his energy. Okay, it's sort of, you try to put yourself into that situation of working hard, putting all of your everything in it. And then it turns out that it was a motivation. And then my mind started radiating. Remember, I was watching this podcast almost at 4 a.m. in the morning. Very early in the morning. The early mornings hours. At that very moment, around that moment, someone sent me money. Someone sent me money. Like, I didn't know him. I didn't even bother knowing who he was. But I decided. But it happened. And then I realized there's something special about pre-buy PC that I might not really be fully aware of until I decide to give it time and now explore. Do it full time. And that's when everything will now click or will align with everything will now align. So my mind has been on pre-buy PC, trying to tell it I need to give it time and do something about it. And I think it's now time. And since I started, I started learning on YouTube. Hey, in fact, right now it doesn't feel like it's a big thing. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It just feels like it's normal, just like any other. You get to the point, man. Right now, I feel a bit amazing that there's some money that is trickling in. Okay, money that is trickling in that can support me here and there. I think the first withdrawal that I made was, I think, last week. It was 11,000. Now minus Swift fee, it's about 10,000 Kenyan shillings. And remember, the last help I received was on, I think it was on March or May, somewhere in between. So I basically right now have almost 26,000. I have used almost 1,000, so 26,000. So this is the money that I'm supposed to use to pay rent, which will be about 7,500. I'm going to pay for 3 months. 3 good months. And by the way, before I came to this, now, where I'm coming from right now, because I've just come from securing a house, which is, by the way, self-contained. Let me tell you, the universe has mysterious ways of working for people who are supposed to be in a certain path. So, was it last week or this week? A mind pops up, a thought pops up in my mind. How about if I give 90 days? I was actually listening to Andrew Kibe. I think after that, it's when it hits me. What if I give myself 90 days? Pre-buy PC, I give all the attention, solve problems. Yeah, I be posting almost 5 videos per day. I see where that will take me. 90 days of, you know what, pure zeal, um, pure energy. By the time I'm coming out, I have almost 400 videos on pre-buy PC. Wouldn't that secure me something while I interact with people like clients, customers? Maybe I will offer some services. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. Go back to Moi. Because I was still planning to come back to Moi like months earlier. Remember, I started working hard to monetize my channel from the time that I got out from that job, because there's a job, that job that I was talking about was taking almost all the time, bro. It was taking all the time, and in fact, I, I was going home very tired. It was like after doing the job for 2.5 months, I was like, fuck this. I let it go. And on the 10th month, which is October, I quit. November, I'm home. I'm doing nothing, just resting, giving my body time to heal because, man, I'll never do manual. Is it manual work? I'm a manual work again, bro. I I I pinch myself to never work for somebody else. So I must strive to make my own money, and that's when I started working hard to make sure that MaxPy is monetized on YouTube. Thankfully, by December, I had reached the partial, partial, partial monetization requirements. And by that I mean, there's a way YouTube, when you reach 3,000 watch hours and you have 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize. Actually, 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, you can partially monetize, where people can send thanks. This way you can send money as a thanks on YouTube when you're interacting with videos. So, but I was still not satisfied. I was like, if I was able to, in fact, I moved the watch hours from 2,300 to 3,000, and that's a maximum of 700 watch hours. And I was like, if I can do this is it 2 months? I started working on it on November, then finished it on December. That's when I realized, oh shit, if I can do 700 hours in 2 months, what if I give another month? And remember, at this point now, my mind is very optimized. I need to give quality content that is going to highly engage and put it on YouTube. So I knew exactly what I was going for. So I started looking for quality video ideas. Posting every day from December. Bro, I was pushing. January came, I'm still pushing, haijafika. And then on Feb, I think it was on the 18th or 16th, hapo hivyo. Guess what? I was monetized. And now it's when last week I withdrew some money. In fact, not withdrawn. YouTube actually automatically sends money. And you see, something funny that happened when I was monetizing, when I had acquired the full monetization status, is when at that very minute, someone sent me 10,000 through my till cooperative till number. Like I received money. Like I'm scrolling through YouTube Studio. I want to apply for monetization because you must apply there, and then after applying on it, 10,000 hits my account. I was like, shit, what has just happened? The universe works in mysterious ways. So after that, I think it has been a swift journey. I keep on posting content, at least regularly, not but not daily. After I got monetized, I just slowed down because it's not necessary. Just reduce the energy and start focusing on the quality, looking for the quality. And you see, quality usually takes time to spot and even to scout. Okay, so I decided to go with that route, and it has led me to this place. If I had not monetized, I think I wouldn't be here. I would still be at home. But thank goodness the universe has mysterious ways of working. So my plan is I am here for only 3 months. Okay, at least the place that I'm living in, I'm there for three months. At least. If I'm going to add some months on top, this is going to be another story. This is going to be another story, right? That is going to be another story because I don't want to. Although if a chance comes, I will do it. So my plan is for the 90 days that I'm here, and in fact they are exactly 90. 3 months is 30 times 3, 90 days. And it coincides with even the plan that I had last week, 90 days. Yeah. Let me sit properly because my knee is aching, my buttocks. So my plan is work very hard and be posting videos daily on Maxify. But first I will have to recollect myself spiritually. Okay, I have to recollect myself spiritually because I had lost track. Went back to the old scene that I had initially tried to cut off, and I realized I hadn't gone for the roots of that addiction. Remember, I struggle a lot with porn. And this is something that I think in some ways I am really grateful that I got into this thing, because I couldn't have known myself if I hadn't done that. Like if I right now I am still a good boy who has never had dancing. Like, you're just normal. Okay, it could have been, I don't know where it could have led me, because that thing is what has led me to this, coming to this institution called Moi. It's the same place where I was supposed to come and recollect myself, and this is now the second time that I'm trying to do it. But I realize as I grow older, there are things that you aren't supposed to stop immediately, because some bad things in life were meant to reveal good things and bring good things instead. Sometimes you just have to look at life with the perspective of the grand scheme of things. What will this cause in the larger picture? What will happen? Because was it in 2024 I decided to come here on September to detach from that scene, and I fasted for almost 7 days. Were it not for that scene, I wouldn't have done that. Now, were it not for the same thing, I wouldn't have known my soulmate, because there's an hunger that I have been having for the longest. Back in 2024, I was trying to figure out who is my soulmate. I decided to tap into my mind. That's where everything lives. This is where everything lives. Hapa. This is where everything lives. So I decided to manifest my soulmate, and luckily, before even that year ended, I met them. And the next year, which was 2025, which is Life Path 9, everything completed in January. And I think that's where I had my first sex encounter. I remember it was on the 21st of January 2025. After that, Forex became a thing. And after that, I remember that's the time that I decided to go to live with that guy who was going for 50-50. And I was like, shit, I can't deal with this person. But whatever triggered me to leave was something very small, which we'll talk about another day. But this is a day to dedicate my man. The universe has just its ways to. It has its ways to revealing things and giving things out. But it's okay, man. Sometimes let life be. Let things be. Let life happen to you. Let things be. And now we are here. So my plan is I'll go offline for the longest time that I've ever been. I'm quitting Facebook, I'm quitting TikTok, I'm quitting whichever other platform do I watch videos on, or do I engage. Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, all of those social media handles, platforms actually. I quit on them, and I give my raw thoughts in Pre-Buy PC. Remember, I want this to be very spiritually instigated. I want to get ideas from the spirit. I don't want to just create my own, because it won't work. So I'll work towards achieving that, and by the end of the 90th day, I think I should be done. So right now, for the weekend, I'm going to plan out everything, and I want to buy some t-shirts. By the way, I need to update this. I'm changing my whole closet. I'm changing how I have been dressing. All my clothes will be new. As new as new. New. Okay? Will be new. I'm going to buy some t-shirts from Jumia. There's a pack of 6. Pack of 6, yeah, I think so. Pack of 6. And everything is, and some shorts. By the way, I've left many clothes in at home. I don't think I will even wear them. These are the few t-shirts that I'm going to continue keeping. However, for the others, I have dumped them. And I'll make sure that when I come out of the 90 days, I come out with something. People will be buying services. I'll make sure that I monetize on YouTube also. I monetize on YouTube on Pre-Buy PC. So I'll have 2 channels running concurrently. Remember, the foundation that I'm setting up for Pre-Buy PC is spiritually instigated, because I feel I need to work hand in hand with the spirit, so that I get the optimum results. Because if I go with my own mind, my mind alone, it's going to be very difficult. So in between the 90 days, I'm going to do a lot of days for fasting. But I'm starting out with 3 days of fasting and recollecting fast. Actually, the first thing is recollecting. Go back to the original self. Because that way, I usually have some powers. If I want something, it will come. It must come. It must come. Whether come rain and shine. So that's my plan. After 90 days, I come up with something solid, and I make sure that I am the king of computers and laptops and such information that surrounds the hardware in Kenya. People know me that I am that hardware guy. I have a lot of information. I know a lot. Like, I'm an expert in getting laptops, talking about laptops, computers, hardware, all that. Of course, I'm going to tackle a lot of topics while I'm on pre-buy PC, but that's my main goal. I want to push. Okay, you get the point. I want to push to see how much this pre-buy PC thing will play out, because I'm pretty sure something will play out in between. It's either I'll get a great deal or something. Me, I don't know. I'm going to figure out. And I'm not going to even focus on MaxiPi. MaxiPi has done the job. MaxiPi has done its job. My job is now to do what I'm supposed to do. Okay? So in the weekend, I'll be planning out writing some things, because I'm also writing some things that I'll be saying as spells. In those fasting and dedication time, the 90 days. Write that. I'll be reading them every day, anytime, so that, remember, the universe responds to energy, and the word of mouth has so much energy. Remember, that word of mouth is what created all this that you can see, the trees, those mbusis that you can see there, and other natures here, plants, sun, daylight. It's just the word of mouth. So I need to invest heavily. And this just by the way, I'll be working with the 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air. I'll be working in very close relationship with those 4 elements, because I realized how much power these elements have. If you want to manipulate reality, trying to forge a relationship with those 4 elements, because basically you are connecting to God directly, to the energy of God, that high energy. So I'm going to learn a lot. I know there's going to be a lot, but I'm going to give my all. In fact, there's nothing else that is in my mind. But yeah, I'm planning to post videos for MaxiPi. It's only for pre-buy PC. Purely. I see what comes out. I think that's that. I think I won't add anything. The diary is about 34 minutes, or compress it, and I will upload it later, maybe later this evening, because I want to go get my things where I left them, go get into that house, and then that's it. I think that's it. So I'll take about 3 days to prepare for I think it will start on Monday. On Sunday, I will go to church. By the way, I will go to church. It's been a while since I went to church. It's been some months. So that's that. I don't think I'm going to do any in the diary anytime soon. Maybe in between the 90 days, I might. Plus, the season for doing diaries is over. I think the only reason I started doing diaries, is because the universe wanted to train me on speaking fluently, and right now I can do it perfectly. So that was its job. So I'll channel my energy towards now creating something, and that something I have given all the details that are required there. So that's it. The season for diary, I just wanted to update everything. If time comes, I can update another one. I can update another time. But as for now, I think I'm done. Now, something else that I forgot to mention. Now, the house that I got usually goes for 4,500 shillings per month. And since students are away, I will be paying half of that. Okay? I'll be paying half of that. And I'll try to negotiate with Ray. He's the what do you call it? He's the caretaker. I'll try to negotiate with him. Instead of offering me 2,500 shillings, what if give me 2,000 offer, 2,000 shillings rent per day? Because they are offering half the rent, half the amount you're supposed to rent to pay for rent when students are here. You're supposed to pay 4,500 or 5,000 Kenyan shillings. So right now it's half, almost 2,500 or 2,000. I can talk to him. I'm like, yeah, give me a discount of nini, and I pay for the 3 months, because nani atachukua nyumba saa surely. So I'll negotiate with him, tell him, nipe 2,000 Kenyan shillings, because 2,500 is when I think alikuwa ananigonga. Now there's someone actually the person who referred me to him, that they are offering half rent. It's a lady somewhere I met on. I was looking for another house in this place called Rina, an apartment called Rina. So somehow she directed me to that. So that the universe has very funny ways to I don't know. I really don't want to call it funny, but it's interesting. So I tell him 2,000 Kenyan shillings for 3 months. Now lipa yote. I'm paying all of it. Instead of 2,500, give me 2,000 and we go for that. Okay? So that I get a discount of 1,500 Kenyan shillings. I think that I will use that to do something else. Now, something else. The electricity there, I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to pay for the tokens. Guy, man, I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so amazing. Like, I don't have to pay for electricity, because I was offered two rooms. One that has water, and one water inside, and one that doesn't have water inside. They are separate plots or houses or rooms, and the other one has water outside. It doesn't have water inside, but the electricity you will have to pay for yourself. So I'm opting for the one with the water inside and the electricity. I don't have to worry about it ever again, and I'm going for that, because I'll never worry about laptops ever again, ever, as long as I have rented that house. So I'm going with that choice. I'm going back by the to move my things, and Yeah, I think that's it. I don't have to talk about anything else. Is there anything else? About the journey today was amazing, and funny enough, there was no delay in between. Na venye matatu ina delay, there was no delay. I was getting one matatu after the home to Molo. Molo, I get a Boda. Boda takes me to Kibunja. Kibunja, I get a Nissan that was almost full. In fact, I was almost the last person to fill that car, to fill that matatu. I got in, it started moving. Now, after getting out, okay, I was exchanged to another matatu, and immediately I come here to Cheptiret. Cheptiret, the car was moving. Actually, the matatu was moving. I was the last person to fill that car, and it came directly to school. So that you realize these things are interconnected, and there is no coincidence in this entire world. Let me end it at that. I think I'm going to make this video very long, and I don't want to. And I think that's it. Right now, I think I have the freedom to know. The room I am at, there are no people around. So I have all the freedom to talk loudly as I want. And that will give me the allowance to be myself and channel out energy, raw energy. As for now, for the 2 days that I'm here, before Monday, let me plan and also order some things on Jumia. The t-shirts and the shorts. So that I have some clothes to wear. After the 9 months, we'll know what to do. If we decide to go to Uganda, because I am thinking of going to Uganda. I think life is easier that way. It's actually manageable there. And very, how do I say this? Cheap. Okay, let me not put it as cheap, but cheaper compared to Kenya. So yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else? No, the apartment that I was interested in, Rebu, I'm looking at it. Right now, I think things have changed. And right now I'm moving with the wind. Moving with the waves. So I'm doing right now what I can. We'll talk about other things tomorrow. I might do a tomorrow. I'll talk about something else. My soul. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to talk about her. Yeah, because it won't be an amazing topic. But we'll talk about this another day. Let me leave it at that. In fact, I've changed a lot from the last time that I even posted the last diary. I'm no longer a religious person, and I'm no longer a prayerful person. Prayers have to be dedicated to some certain things. Me after that, I'm done. So let me go pick my things because I left them outside. I don't want zikichokoro. Bye. I think bye. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until another time, adios.